Video we're doing What If Civilization Started Over, Part 8. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure I did Part 7 the other day, maybe about a week ago. But as you can see, if you watched the last video, we didn't do much. We just numbered on which ones were the most powerful. I think this one right here was still the most powerful. Yeah. Also, if you saw that weather type of video, that the one that will come out that was out before this one, that video was recorded on my newer laptop. So if you need a sense of how my new videos are going to sound, that's what they're going to sound like. If I'll try my best to make it to where it doesn't sound like that, make it sound more smooth and stuff like how it sounds now, and not sound like it's very echoey. But last video we saw some pretty good expansion. We saw the South African country expand, the Indian country expand, and I think this country expanded. Can't fully remember. In this country might have expanded, and it just didn't, it got deleted or something, maybe. So this country did get, the last bit I did in the last video did get deleted of where I made this, so I tried my best to recreate what it looked like at least. So yeah, we saw that this country expanded a little bit. This one down here and this one over here, all of those expanded. And today we're having a new country form. It's great, which means I need to find out a new color, which I think the color I'm going to use is going to just be yellow. That kind of color, yeah. Also, before we get started, if you do enjoy these videos and want me to see more of them, hit the like button and subscribe so I can hit 2K by the end of the year. Help me out. You can always unsubscribe later. But we have a new country forming called the Iberian country, because it's going to be in the Iberian Peninsula, which is basically any part here that is not touching the green. That's basically what it is, exactly. So they move over from here down to the coast down here, and they settle near the coast, everything like this. Also, let me know, because I'm not sure how many people are going to watch this. Not very many people do in the first place, but that's besides the point. Because, you got to keep your hopes up anyways. If y'all do want me to keep the circle, just let me know. I'll change it back. But just let me know, and I'll try and force myself to like it. Actually, you know what? It's better just not to change things. I'm just going to go back to this. So they move down here, and let me also get a smaller brush. Move down here and line themselves up along the coast. And yeah. Whoa, wrong thing. Yeah, and yeah. So that's a new country. They're not big enough to form a capital city yet. So, but they are becoming. This is our first new country in what, 2 episodes? Can't fully remember. Maybe. I think this country was in the episode before last. Don't ask me, I forgot. But either way, we do see that this yellow country is taking whatever. My words have not been great this year. I've been stuttering a lot. If you haven't been able to tell from watching my videos, I've been stuttering a lot. But they're expanding a lot in a very short amount of time. They're getting a move on, I guess you could say. I really didn't like me saying that. Up here there's some mountains, but they're not big mountains. So, from at least from what I've seen in GeoGuessr. Yeah, also, if you want to see GeoGuessr content, let me know. I haven't played it in a while, so probably rusty, but if you want Fortnite content, let me know. If you want any type of content, let me know. I'll try and get it out there if I can. They are now big enough to get a capital, so let me just... I think it's 2, yeah. And their capital is going to be placed right here. If I could, I would place it right here. But that just doesn't look that great, so I'm going to do it there. Just so I don't confuse it for the outline. But yeah, now we have a new country, the Iberian country, the Portuguese country, the Porto-Spain... Okay, I'm done. But yeah, we have a new country now for the first time in like 2 episodes. And speaking of a new country, we have another new country forming out of this one over here. This one over here. So from over here, a lot of people from the capital move over here, and also from like a lot of people from like every area move this way to like over here in this region, and they start going down this way and reach about here to where they realize that there's a land bridge for some reason. There we go. Now I need to get back to that. They notice that there's a land bridge over here. Or wait, no. What am I saying? They notice that there's a gap over here. Like there's water there. So they gotta figure out how to get across that. That's pretty hard to cross, but they manage it somehow. Losing a couple people on the way. And this team is going to be literally red. Like the reddest you can get. More red than that, which I mean, if I was to like do this, that would be that. But more red than this, of course. I don't think there's any red like it. Good, because I didn't feel like worrying about it or having to think of another one. But they settle on the British Isles. On the Great Britain Island, so the British Isles. I don't know why I had to say it twice, basically. They take over the entire southern part. Well, according to me. Some British people wouldn't agree for some reason, even though this is southern point. It doesn't matter. But I really like using this. I can't stand using that for this. At least I'm going to use it for this. They make a great expansion into the British Isles. Perfectly straight border, guys. Perfectly straight border. It's like the U.S. states or Africa. Well, can't see it right now, but it's like the U.S. states and Africa. Well, at least Northern Africa, or anywhere where the British decided to invade and be the last people to invade. India's a different story, though. India and Pakistan, they're different stories, because I mean, natural land borders. But coming back to the British Isles, they expand more north, and even more north, and even more north, and even more north. There were a lot of people, mind you. There were like 3,000 people, and they only lost like 200. So there was like 2,800 people. I wanted to get out of that country, which I mean, that country also has a very big population. This country has the biggest population right here. The second biggest populated is this one. Yeah. But this country had a big population too. I feel like the most populated one has 1,000,000 already, which is this one. I feel like they have like maybe like 1.2 million. These guys, maybe 800K. Then we got like 700K over here. All the old ones, they have like over 500K. There's like these two, they're about equal. About like 560 and 565K, whichever one. Remember, this is your time to use your imagination. Also, these people right here, they're smart. A very smart group of people. And they have the technology for boats and everything. That's what they use to get across here. Which, I mean, it doesn't seem like that long of a journey, but it was. They take over the entire British island. Like, not the Irish island, but the British one. But then they find out there's another island over here. So they decide, let's take over just this part. That's a joke. But they, well, not all of them, but some of them decide to also expand over here. If you can't tell, this country is going to be a big player in the economic, and they're going to have a lot of power because now they are surrounded by water on all sides. They struggled to get over here, which they have a lot of technology to get over there, you know. But these are the type of people to be able to traverse mountains faster than anyone else could. Isn't it like guerrilla warfare or something like that? I don't know. They take over the entire Irish island, so they basically have the entirety of the British Isles now. And they are so close to this color, I almost want to make them lighter. How light can I make them? That didn't change much at all. It's basically the same thing as this, isn't it? Oh no, it was the one before that was there. Well, no, that one's not there anymore. I guess we could, like, since that's so different from all the other ones, that's like the lightest one. I know this is, but it looks red to them. I'm gonna make them that color, so it doesn't look confusing because they're so far away. Because it kind of looked like they were part of this one. Well, looky there. Now we have a British country. Of course. We have to have more Brits. Every time. I'm sick and tired of the British people. I'm just kidding. Don't take that literally. But now, even more people are leaving this country. Even more people are leaving this country right here. And they go across this way. And now let me think of a color I can use. Can't use dark blue, I can't use light blue. But it never said I couldn't use that blue. That blue's good enough. If I was to like place it along a border, it wouldn't look like it's part of the water, would it? Okay, it kind of does. Maybe I need to make it a little bit darker. There we go. And it doesn't look too close to that. Nope. Definitely not. Definitely not. Alright, so this color, also have done the exact same thing as the British people. Or not the British people, the people that went to the British Isles. And they ran away from this country right here. And are forming their own little area in Scandinavia. And speaking of Scandinavia, I'm just going to make it to where they own this now. By the way, I went back to this. I'm not changing from the square now. It looks too good. I don't have to worry about this gets on my nerves so much. The only thing bad about this is that, like, it's only like this size. It can only be like that size, then that size, then that size, then it just keeps getting bigger. The thing about that it can be like that small, then it just gradually gets bigger. It gets into like it has decimals in it. But this just makes it to where it's less messy, I guess you could say. Less messy and more Ronaldo. I'm never gonna make. Yeah. I'm gonna stop talking. Well, not forever. I mean, gotta. Maybe I should just stop talking. But I never gave these people a capital. I will in a minute. Alright, so that looks like a big capital for that little island. Wait, no, it wouldn't be. It'd be all good. Here's the thing. I was going to do capitals that were like this color, but this was like the first country I added, or like the second or third country I added, so that was out of the picture. So I just used black squares. But this country right here is cold. Yeah, again, this country is very technologically advanced, and I hate that. Very technologically advanced. Well, I don't hate that they're very technical. What did I just say? Technologically advanced. There we go. To where they can basically go over mountains and stuff if they need to. They've been practicing about it, unlike every other freaking country, when they should probably. So they've technically gotten to there and have built their ways up. Well, not built, just expanded their ways up. Now look at them. We got so many different colors. That looks way too close to this. But it's like not that close. It is a little close. Not gonna lie. It's like very close. That wouldn't be too bad. Those are the only blues on the map, so. That's basically not even different. At least it looks less like this country. Like a lot less. Wow. Now I need to give these two countries capitals that came from... Whoa. That came from this country. Yeah, I was thinking about making theirs just London, but that'd be dumb. And instead, I'm gonna make it over here. Wait, no. I'll make it down here. Right there. And up here. Right there. So every place should have a capital, really. Yeah, every place does have a capital. This country down here is going to expand a little more with their new square thing. Oh, would you look there? There. Wow. It's amazing. And also, this also prevents me from having to deal with these changing, the borders, like this right here. Or like this over here. Or like, where's another, I think that was the only one, really. Like this right here. And, right here. Whoa. We still have yet to make it over to the Americas, but the closest team so far is this team right here. But yeah, let's go back down here. And this is going to be a pretty long episode. The 10th one is going to be pretty long. I think every 10, I'm going to make them longer. Like the 10th episode is going to be like maybe like 30 minutes long. I'm recording this one for 30 minutes, but it's not going to be like 30 minutes long. But let's say like it's 40 minutes long, and then the 20th one is going to be like 40 minutes long, 50 minutes long. And the 10th one, 40, 50, maybe even an hour. I'm just going to make them longer than the other ones. Because, you know, it's a milestone. You want to celebrate milestones. I've been doing this since last year. I started it last year. Couldn't tell you the exact date of when I started, but I started eventually. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do this. Hey, all the countries are expanding. Hold on, I'm gonna do all that and cut it out, and then I'll show you how much nicer it has to look. So here's a before. Alright, just get this picture. I'm gonna come back to this exact point right here, or at least I'm gonna try to. This exact point right here. Look at it now. Or hold on. This exact point, then let's put my thing in the middle. Go up to 82. This is 82% onto the thing. Alright. This exact picture, I'll be back with that. So it's gonna cut, so yeah. So the screen probably shifted a little bit, so that probably, you know, made it weird, but hopefully I didn't. Try my hardest to keep it in the same frame. But this is what it looks like after. We have all of these borders have been refined. That looks cool for some reason. I don't know why that looks so cool. I think all of them have been. I thought it was going to take a lot longer than it did, really. How dare I? Sorry, I apologize. Just go ahead and just unsubscribe from me already. Don't actually. That was a joke. I don't even care about that. But yeah, all of them have been refined. But yeah, now we can continue for the 6 minutes I have left to record this video. Because I decided that I'm going to try and record it for 30 minutes. So I set myself a timer so I don't overdo it. So, like I did before. And also, did I not, like, hold on, let me look at, there we go. Alright. No, it shouldn't look like that. What? How many looked like that? Huh, I guess I just went through instead of doing the contiguous. I don't know. Or turned off contiguous on the paintbrush. I don't know. But now, we have the British Isles expanding even more up to Iceland. So technically they are in North America, if you think about it. Well, they haven't, not yet. Now, they are technically in North America. Because, well, not really, because, I mean, the North American tectonic plate, where it splits, like, this side, the Western Hemisphere, and the Eastern, is, like, kind of like goes, like, straight through it. But, they are technically in North America. Technically. In geographical terms, tectonical terms... Is tectonical a word? If it's not, it needs to be put in a dictionary because it was sick. Tectonical. Like that word. But they're technically in North America now, so we are one step closer to getting to the Americas. And not as many people went on this trip than the others. They already have a population of 28,000, and 2,000 or 1,800 went this way. 1,800 technically made it over here as well and colonized it, but over here they lost like 200 because they had like 2,000. Over here they brought 2,000, and also they brought less people went, 1,800, and only 1,500 stayed, or lived through it. So, which means 300 people died in that range right there. A lot of them died to starvation and seasickness. But I don't know how they died of starvation whenever they had food on the ships. But yeah, we are in ships now. If I'm recalling correctly, we have made it to ships ever since here, because they used a raft to get over to Cyprus, and here they use ships. I don't know. But yeah. Why did I say but yeah? What was I going to say? We now have this country. This country has definitely done a lot this episode. We've done a lot this episode. We've had that country, this country, and this country appear on the map. Those are the only ones, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But we've had 3 countries appear on the map, and all of them are pretty decently sized countries. I mean, this one and this one I think are bigger than this. And we've also refined the borders, which I prefer, really. But yeah. I think I'm going to end it there. If you did enjoy this video, consider liking and subscribing. Like if you enjoyed, and subscribe so I can hit 2K before the end of the year, because I didn't do it last year. On screen now you can see my channel logo. Click that so you can subscribe. And another video that YouTube thinks is best for you. They recommended it to you from me. That's my video. Thanks for watching, and God bless.